The hard truth is this: most people don't have a time problem, they have a focus problem. In a world where we get interrupted every 8 minutes on average, staying disciplined has become a daily battle. Epictetus knew this over 2,000 years ago when he said, "No great thing is created suddenly, just like a small grape doesn't ripen all at once. Transformation takes time, but more than that, it takes consistency." In this video, you'll learn how the Stoics trained their minds to stay focused, even in chaos. We're going to explore 7 Stoic principles that not only stood the test of time, but can also reshape the way you approach your goals, your routine, and your purpose. And what if the discipline you've been searching for was already inside you, just waiting to be awakened? Are you ready to stop getting distracted and finally take control of your life? Because maybe the real problem isn't a lack of discipline. Maybe it's too much noise. Let's uncover where that noise comes from and how the Stoics learned to silence it. Imagine this moment. You wake up with the best of intentions, coffee in hand, to-do list ready, plans to be productive. But all it takes is 3 seconds. A phone notification, a surprise email, a random thought, and just like that, you're pulled away from what really matters. What was supposed to be a focused day turns into a chain of micro-distractions. Social media, messages, anxiety, comparisons. Trying to focus feels like rowing against an invisible current. And by the end of the day, the important tasks still untouched. You're exhausted, but with nothing to show for it. Frustration sets in. Once again, I lost control of my time. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. We live in the age of fragmented attention. Every click, every sound, every vibration in your pocket is fighting for your focus. But here's the truth that hits harder. It's not that you lack discipline. You're trying to stay focused in a battlefield designed to distract you. And this isn't new. Seneca saw this coming 2,000 years ago when he wrote, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Without direction, every distraction feels important. Without clarity, every notification feels urgent." Now take a moment. Be honest with yourself. How many times have you started something with excitement, only to drop it halfway through because of distractions, exhaustion, or simply a lack of momentum? Maybe it was a new workout routine, or a personal project, or that reading habit you swore you'd finally build. But your focus slipped through your fingers, and every time it happens, something even worse begins to take root. You start to doubt yourself. Discipline stops feeling like a skill and starts feeling like a personal flaw. But here's the turning point. Discipline isn't some magical trait. It's a trainable skill, and the Stoics knew this long before any modern coach ever preached it. They understood that the world outside is chaotic, but they also believed that real strength comes from within, from the ability to hold your focus on what truly matters, even when everything around you tries to pull you away. So here's the golden question. What if there was a Stoic path to build daily focus and discipline, even in today's chaotic world? That journey begins now, and the first step is to expose the invisible traps that are silently sabotaging your progress. Traps the Stoics understood thousands of years ago. The truth is uncomfortable, but it needs to be said. The modern world wasn't designed to help you. It was designed to hook you. Social media, not neutral. Notifications, far from harmless. Everything around you is carefully engineered to capture and keep your attention. And the more connected you are, the more scattered your focus becomes. You try to stay in control, but one notification here, a scroll there, a 30-second video, and suddenly 40 minutes are gone. But here's the most dangerous part. It doesn't just steal your time, it steals your confidence. That sinking feeling that you can't seem to finish anything you start. It becomes a cycle. You get distracted. You feel guilty. You promise to do better. You get distracted again. And the worst part? Your brain starts to prefer the distractions because they're easy. They offer instant rewards, while focus requires effort, discipline, and patience. Epictetus, in all his brutal clarity, put it simply: it's not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. It's not the tech that controls you. It's how you choose to respond to it. The real problem isn't out there. It's in how you respond each day. But distractions aren't your only enemy. There's another silent force working against you: the fear of failure. You start a new habit, full of energy and motivation. But at the first sign of struggle, frustration, self-doubt, comparison, you quit. And little by little, you build a mental trail of unfinished projects, abandoned goals, archived dreams. Each quit moment may seem small, but together they lead to something bigger: the belief that you're just not capable. Seneca nailed it again. Without discipline, we are slaves to our impulses. You think you're in control of your time, but the truth? You're reacting to triggers you never chose. You check your phone just for a minute and don't come back for 40. You start a hard task and swap it for something that feels urgent. You avoid discomfort and with it avoid progress. So pause for a second and be honest with yourself. How many times have you said, "Tomorrow I'll change," and tomorrow came and nothing changed? Not because you didn't want it, but because you lacked a system, a mindset, a compass. That's where Stoicism comes in, not as abstract theory, but as daily practice, as a clear path to regain control, even in a world that constantly pulls you off track. So here's the question that opens the next door. What are these Stoic principles that can practically reshape your routine and mindset starting now? They're not magic, but they work. Because they're simple, powerful, timeless. Let's explore them. Now that we've seen how modern distractions silently sabotage your focus, it's time for a shift. The Stoics didn't believe discipline was a gift. They saw it as a practice, a path. And if you follow these principles consistently, you'll notice something powerful. Discipline stops being a struggle. It becomes part of who you are. Here are 7 Stoic actions you can start applying today to reshape your routine and reclaim your focus. Action 1. Focus only on what you can control. Epictetus was clear. Freedom begins the moment we stop trying to control the uncontrollable. Every time you worry about things outside your reach, you waste vital energy. Practical example. If your project is delayed because of another team, don't stress. Focus on what you can do. Reschedule, plan ahead, reorganize your own part. Redirect your energy to what's within your power and let go of the rest. Action 2. Act with intention, not impulse. The Stoics believed in purpose behind every action. Nothing was random. Start your day with clarity. Pick 3 essential tasks and make them your top priorities. Avoid emails, notifications, or distractions early on. Start in control. Stay in control. Action 3. Live in the now. It's all you truly have. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. The future brings anxiety. The past brings regret. But the present is where change actually happens." Worried about a meeting tomorrow? Ask yourself, what can I do today to be ready? This small shift in focus changes everything. Action 4. Turn routine into ritual. Seneca reminded us, discipline is born from repetition. Routine isn't prison, it's freedom. It reduces decision fatigue, protects your energy, and sharpens your focus. Build a simple morning ritual. Breathwork, silence, a short walk, or 5 minutes of journaling. Start your day by commanding your mind, not reacting to the world. Action 5. Reflect daily and realign your course. The Stoics reviewed their actions each day, not to judge themselves, but to grow. Each night, ask yourself, what went well today? Where did I lose focus? What can I do differently tomorrow? This habit builds awareness and real lasting discipline. Action 6. Learn to say no with stoic courage. You can't do it all, and you shouldn't try. When someone asks for your time, ask yourself, does this align with what truly matters today? If the answer is no, decline respectfully but firmly. Every no to a distraction is a powerful yes to your purpose. Action 7. Keep going even on the bad days. Discipline isn't perfection, it's persistence. The Stoics knew falling is human, getting up is virtue. If today didn't go as planned, that's okay. Reflect, adjust, try again tomorrow. The important thing isn't falling, it's rising with wisdom. You don't need to change everything overnight. But if you apply just one principle a day, you'll start to shift your reality. And with time, focus and discipline stop being a daily fight. They become your default mode. Now maybe one last question remains. Why does this all matter so much? The next part will remind you exactly what you're really chasing and why it's absolutely worth it. You started this video with a familiar feeling. Distraction, frustration, maybe even a quiet doubt lingering in your mind. Am I really capable of change? But now you know. The answer isn't found in your external circumstances. It's within you. The 7 Stoic principles we explored, from focusing only on what you can control, to persisting even on the hardest days. These aren't distant philosophical theories. They are real tools, practical, powerful, and when you put them into action, they change how you live day after day. Discipline isn't something you discover, it's something you build. Brick by brick, choice by choice. Every time you say no to a distraction, every time you finish what you start, every time you pause and reflect before reacting, you're not just being productive, you're building your inner freedom. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine you wake up tomorrow focused. No rush, no noise. You know exactly what needs to be done, and you do it. And when the day ends, you feel something rare. The peace of someone who lived with intention. That's true Stoic freedom, and it's within your reach. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin and keep going. And the decision to start can be made right now. If you've made it this far, congratulations. That already tells me you're not here for empty motivation. You're here for real change. Now your next step is simple, but powerful. Pick one Stoic action you learned today and start applying it today. Which one resonated the most with you? Which one feels like it could shift your routine starting now? Drop a comment below. Let me know which principle you're going to apply first. Your experience could inspire someone else in our community to take action too. And if this video brought you clarity, focus, or that little push you've been needing, subscribe to Stoic Solutions now, because here you'll find more than just videos. You'll find a path, a space to grow, with people who, just like you, decided to live with intention. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it today. Join the conversation. Let's grow together, step by step, with our feet grounded in the present and our minds trained on what truly matters. Now let me ask you one last time. Are you ready to stop reacting to life and finally start leading your own journey?